Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Today we are going to present about technology-aided English specific purpose assessment. But before we start our presentation, let me introduce our member of group. There are me, Febri Lansari, and my student number is 067, and my partner, Siti Susanti, her student number is 093. Okay, so basically, how can technology aid assessment? A wide array of technology-enabled assessment tools are available for teachers to conduct assessment and can help them in developing individual learning plans based on results they get. It not only helps teacher and student to identify their current learning needs, but also display track progress of each student over a period of time, which play a big role in maximizing learning. Technology can be used for instant assessment in many different ways, perhaps even more compelling. However, education technology can also be used to aid formative assessment, like helping to boost engagement, identify knowledge gap, and support further or deeper learning. Technology can provide teachers with instant results, equipping them with real-time data about students that ultimately helps the teacher to respond to their needs and planning their classroom better, therefore maximizing their student learning outcomes. There are several ways how technology aids a learning assessment, but I will only mention 4 of them. The first one is enable enhanced question types. Technology-based assessment allows for a variety of question types beyond the limited multiple choice, true or false, or fill in the blank options that have characterized traditional assessment. Example of enhanced question types including like graphic response, which include any item to which students respond by drawing, moving, ranging, or selecting graphic region. The second one is hot text, in which students select or rearrange sentence or phrases with a passage. And then third one is equation response, in which students respond by entering an equation. And the last is performance-based assessment, in which students perform a series of complex tasks. Technology-enhanced question allows students to demonstrate more complex thinking and share their understanding of material in ways that was previously difficult to assess using traditional means. The second one is improve feedback. By immediately identifying and addressing knowledge gaps, educators can then tailor their lesson to the real need of each student. Research on supported as assessment also highlights some potential interesting insight for further development. One example involves using automated feedback to help students with written assignment. Learners receive comparison with their peers' work, with technology highlighting similarities and differences and visual representing their side by side. Preliminary studies have shown that students are able to identify overlapping and missing core concepts. They drive for self-reflection, and curiosity for feedback develops a growth mindset that enhances their intelligence, abilities, and performance. And then the third one is recognize and cater for differences. Along with a variety of online resources of enhancing learning, there are a wide variety of apps available to help teachers assess students depending on their interests, abilities, and personal goals. It can also be used to increase engagement and enhance learning by assessing different questions to different students or group of students, depending on their abilities, learning style, or project. By assessing students in a way that suits them, students are less likely to become frustrated and disengaged and more likely to be success. And then the last one, or the fourth one, is increase accessibility. Advances in technology have made assessment more accessibility and valid for a greater number of students, including those with diverse ability and language capability. These advances have allowed a greater proportion the population access to assessment. Special features include the ability to increase font size and change color contrast, text-to-speech, bilingual dictionary, glossaries, alternative response system, and refreshable braille. support students with disabilities in accessing learning. This feature can be embedded in assessment and made available to students depending on what the assessment is measuring and identified learner needs. Seamless accessibility features embedded in technology-based assessment reduce the need to single out individual students to support and add benefit for student and educator alike. Alright, for the next is about aspect of technology used for LSP assessment. There are some aspects of technology that have been suggested as being of potential value to the LSP testing enterprise, which are the use of the World Wide Web and the Internet, computer adaptive testing, computer-assisted language testing, the use of computer-based corpora of field-specific discourse, and multimedia application. The first one is World Wide Web testing. Web technology will allow reports to be electronically forwarded to examiners who can read them, write comments on them, and return them directly to examiners. A web-based task could be used as a vehicle for an LSP test based on similar arguments. However, so far, web-based tasks have largely failed to live up to their potential to enhance situational and interactive authenticity. So this is the example of web-based testing. In the picture, there is a number of quizzes online that test students' comprehension of text in a course on academic and technical writing. By the following question, there are provided multiple choices answer, and students must respond by clicking one of them. And after they completing the quiz, it will scored immediately, and they are given feedback as shown in the right picture. Okay, the second one is computer adaptive testing. CATs involve presentation by computer of test item at or near each test taker's level of ability from a bank of items of known difficulty, thus making for greater efficiency in testing. It is important for LSP tester to consider CAT technique since they potentially offer advantages in terms of accessibility, scoring efficiency, and overall testing time. However, they are also associated with concern about authenticity and validity, which need to be taken into account. CAT are usually multiple choice tests since selective response items are most amenable to the methods used to calculate the relationship between difficulty and test taker ability. But nowadays, items in CAT are selected apart from item response theory, statistical properties, but also according to a complex set of constraints, including content variety, question types, and total number of items. For example, educational testing service is developing for test of English as a foreign language, or we can call it as TOEFL.
Okay, for the third aspect is computer-assisted language testing. Computer-assisted language testing, or it can be abbreviated as CALT. CALT techniques in which input is delivered or response are recorded by means of computers, or in which computer assist writers and scorers are potentially of good use to LSP tester. Computers can provide test taker with some measures of control over the testing process by allowing them to explore the testing environment in ways somewhat analogous to the use of computer in non-test situations. For example, in computer-assisted tests, candidates can vary the topics, participant, purpose, genres, channel, and also the codes in simulation of real-world tasks. Computers have also been used to prompt and score open-end writing tasks and speaking tasks. Alderson at 1991 outlines the many possibilities of computer-assisted language testing, including providing immediate feedback to test takers on the current task before they progress to the next one, perhaps offering an opportunity for a second attempt at the task. Providing a variety of online helps simulating TLU online writing and research tasks, employing task-specific dictionaries, grammatical information, and translation, providing detailed analysis of test taker progress through complex tasks, thus offering the possibility for useful diagnostic information. For the fourth is corpora of fire-specific discourse. A potentially useful tool for the investigation of TLU context is the use of computer database of corpora of fire-specific discourse, both written and spoken. An electronic corpus is an online text that can be analyzed for its discourse properties by means of a number of corpus analysis tools, including concordance, which assist in analyzing word, frequency, phrase, and collocation, and parsers, which take and analyze text for various grammatical properties, such as a list of key vocabulary and sentence and word structures. Alderson at 1996 speculate that corpora, particularly of written text, may also serve as a rich source of data for text compilation and selection in the language test, and sees the possibility that test constructor could specify in the test specification the types of text they required in terms of content, syntax, level of vocabulary, and so on. And the computer could search corpora for suitable text, so as a source of real-world input text likely to be useful in various phases of LSP test development and use. Computer-based corpora would appear to be of great potential benefit. For the fifth is multimedia application. Using technology SI and language testing that can assist field-specific examiners in developing tasks in the form of performance that is owned by a complex test taker supported by mediation of multimedia technology. The possibility offered by both software and hardware of multimedia, it is now possible to integrate CD-ROM, video, audio, processing power to provide tests that display the interaction between the various components. Recent advances in computerized multimedia technology have made such innovation much easier, cheaper, and more accessible than in the past. So far, language testers have not much progress in adapting this type of technology for measurement purposes, although there has been some development activity. For the next is the types of assessment and online tools. There are two types here. The first one is formative assessments, and for the second one is summative assessment. Formative assessment provides instructor and students with timely and frequent feedback on mastery of course material and learning objectives. In essence, the instructor are sampling students' learning and providing feedback based on the results to modify instruction and learning experience. Students can use feedback to identify areas of weaknesses for further study. For the form, it can be quiz, short answer, and multiple choice. For the tools are Kahoot, Quizzes, or Google Form. Short but frequent quizzes can help both the instructor and the students track their learning progress. A quiz can be just 10 until 15 questions long to provide sufficient information for feedback. For multiple choice quizzes, automate grading can save instructor time and provide quick feedback for students. For short answer or short constructed response item, instructor may want to provide additional commentary feedback through emails or through the use of a private communication platform in learning management system. Second one is summative assessment. Summative assessment results are used to assign students grades and make comprehensive conclusion about mastery of course learning objective. Even though more assignment for assessment may be better than too few, instructors need to be cautious of using an excess of assignment. If there are too many assessments, students may focus on quantity rather than quality of deeper learning. For the form, there are three forms here. The first one is project, and the second one is portfolio, and the last one is presentation. For the projects, the tools are like using TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram platform. Project can include simulation, role-playing, case studies, problem-solving exercise, group collaborative work, and brainstorming or debates on various topics. For individual projects, participants in group projects should receive peer feedback for a variety of viewpoints. An online environment allows students or the instructor to give and receive immediate feedback. Students can pursue special interests or predetermined topic by the instructor, write or create for an audience, and publish or present their findings and conclusions via websites, blogs, forums, discussions, and discussion boards. Instructors need to provide evaluation form for self-evaluation and peer assessment. For the portfolios, the tools are like Google Sites and Padlet. Students can be creative in showcasing their learning and grow through various combinations of papers, audio, video, and presentation. Instructors can also predetermine what ought to be included in each portfolio. Instructor can use rubrics or something like that to assess portfolio. Peer reviews or portfolio can also serve as an effective learning and assessment tool. For the presentation can be in the form of informational web page such as blogs, web-based students generate quizzes, video or audio, or slideshow. Okay, that's all from our group. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.